Welcome back to Talk Tickers. Today, we're going to do a deep dive into Pinterest's Q4 2024 performance.
Yeah, this is a really interesting one. I think
Yeah.
Pinterest is really kind of evolving as a company.
Definitely.
It's not just about, saving pretty pictures anymore. It's become like a shopping powerhouse.
Yeah, you're telling me. First, the big numbers. Pinterest exceeded $1 billion in revenue for Q4.
Huge.
Yeah. And they have over 550 million global monthly active users, which is more than double their growth
Wow.
from last year.
That's impressive. Yeah, it really shows their strategy is working.
Yeah.
Mining AI with a really engaged user base that's driving user growth and spending. People are coming.
Yeah.
They're staying, and they're opening up their wallet.
Absolutely.
Right.
So let's get into how they're pulling this off. AI seems to be the secret sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard a lot about this thing called the taste graph.
Yes.
What's the deal with that?
So imagine a giant web that connects everything a user does on Pinterest.
Okay.
Like what they pin, what they click on, what they buy,
Right.
with all the content and all the products on the platform.
Yeah.
That's the taste graph.
Okay.
And it's the engine behind Pinterest's hyper-personalized recommendations.
So it's like having a personal shopper that just knows your style better than you do.
Like let's say you're planning a Super Bowl party.
Okay.
Pinterest's taste graph won't just show you snacks.
Right.
It'll suggest decor outfits, even recipes tailored to your taste, all based on what it's learned about you.
Now that's what I call taking the guesswork out of party planning.
Yeah.
And this level of personalization makes shopping
Right.
on Pinterest super easy, which is great for users and advertisers.
Totally.
I remember when Pinterest was all about creating these dream boards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's helping people actually bring those dreams to life and buy the things they see.
Yeah, they've understood that people don't just want to dream, they want to do.
Mm.
So by seamlessly integrating shopping into the experience, Pinterest is tapping into that desire,
Yeah.
making it easy to go from inspiration to purchase.
And it's paying off. During the holidays, they saw a 40% higher click-through rate on their curated gift guides,
Wow,
which were packed with shoppable products.
that's huge.
The-
Those results speak volumes about understanding consumer intent.
Yeah.
When you can predict what people want, you can show them the right products at the right time,
Right.
and that is incredibly valuable for advertisers.
Absolutely. Speaking of advertising,
Yeah.
they've rolled out this new suite of AI-powered tools called Performance Plus.
Yes.
What's the impact there?
It's a game changer for marketers.
Okay.
It optimizes ad performance in a way that's more effective and less intrusive.
Mm-hmm.
Think better results for businesses and a less annoying experience for users.
So win-win.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating is Performance Plus actually helps businesses target their ideal customers
Okay.
more efficiently. So it's not about blasting everyone with ads. It's about connecting the right products with the right people at the right time.
Right. And this translates to a higher return on ad spend, right? I heard they mentioned a retailer that used Performance Plus
Absolutely.
and saw their return on ad spend improve so much that they actually increased their budget.
Yeah. That's a pretty strong testament to its effectiveness.
For sure.
And remember, Performance Plus is still in its early stages, so we can expect even more innovation
Wow.
down the line.
It sounds like retail is still the bread and butter for Pinterest, but they're branching out into other sectors too.
You bet they're seeing impressive growth in areas like financial services and technology.
Interesting.
These industries have massive advertising budgets. Right. So there's a huge potential for Pinterest to tap into those markets.
Now, there's something that really intrigues me about Pinterest, this emphasis on positivity.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a breath of fresh air in the often negative world of tech.
It's what sets them apart. They've created a platform that's uplifting and inspiring,
Yeah.
which aligns perfectly with the values of Gen Z, their fastest growing audience.
So it's not just good vibes, it's good business sense too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gen Z is looking for authenticity and social responsibility. They want to connect with brands
Right.
that share their values, and Pinterest provides that brand-safe environment where those connections can thrive.
It's a powerful example of how staying true to your values can actually be a winning strategy in the tech world.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a testament to the idea that you can have a positive online space
Right.
that is also popular and profitable.
Absolutely. And it sounds like Pinterest is proving that point, crushing it with these record users and revenue.
Yeah.
They're using AI in these innovative ways, and they're not shying away from their commitment to this positive platform.
Mm.
You know, it's a unique approach, and it's clearly working.
Yeah, what's even more impressive is that Pinterest isn't just following trends, they're predicting them.
Oh, really?
Their annual Pinterest Predicts report
Oh.
has had an 80% accuracy rate over the past 5 years.
Wow. So they're not just reflecting what's popular now, they're actually anticipating what's going to be hot next year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're using their data and insights to identify these early signals of emerging trends,
Wow.
which gives them a significant advantage in understanding, what consumers will want.
And that information isn't just valuable for Pinterest itself.
Right.
It's incredibly useful for businesses who want to stay ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. Imagine being able to align your marketing with trends before they hit the mainstream.
Right.
That's the kind of foresight that can make a huge difference for brands
Oh, for sure.
in today's fast-paced world.
Yeah, they mentioned a partnership with Marriott Bonvoy that really leaned into this peak travel trend.
Interesting.
And they even created this pop-up concierge desk in New York City to bring the experience to life.
Oh, wow.
It's a cool way to activate those predictions.
It's a great example of how Pinterest's insights can be translated into these real-world experiences
Yeah.
that resonate with consumers.
Okay, so zooming out a bit, what does all of this mean for the future of Pinterest? Where do they go from here?
Well, they're in a strong position, and they're showing no signs of slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
They've made it clear that they're continuing to invest in the features that make their platform unique,
Okay.
like enhanced curation tools and even more seamless shopping experience.
Right, and I imagine they'll keep leveraging the power of AI to further personalize the user experience
Of course.
and boost ad performance.
Precisely. Their focus isn't just on growth for growth's sake, it's about sustainable growth,
Okay.
the kind that comes from a deep understanding of their users
Right.
and a commitment to creating value for both consumers and businesses.
Absolutely. So let's dig into the financials a bit.
Okay.
Pinterest reported revenue of $3.65 billion for the full year 2024, a 19% increase.
Wow, that's more than double their growth rate from 2023.
Yeah, and what's important to note is that this growth was primarily driven by their lower funnel objectives,
Right.
which means they're successfully converting inspiration into actual purchases.
People aren't just browsing, they're clicking that buy button.
Exactly. And they managed to achieve this growth while remaining profitable, reporting a 50% increase
Right.
in adjusted EBITDA and expanding their margins by 510 basis points.
Those are some solid numbers. It shows that they're not just chasing revenue, they're focused on building a healthy and sustainable business.
For Q1 2025, Pinterest is projecting revenue between $837 million and $852 million, which translates to 15% to 17% growth
Okay.
on a constant currency basis.
So this guidance reflects a number of factors, including the strong momentum that we're seeing in retail
Right.
and emerging categories like technology and financial services.
They did mention some headwinds in the food and beverage category.
True, but there are early signs of improvement, so that headwind might lessen as the year goes on.
Gotcha.
Something to keep an eye on.
Okay, overall, it sounds like Pinterest is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they are.
They've got record users, record revenue, and this clear vision for the future.
And they're doing it all while staying true to their mission of
Right.
creating this positive and inspiring online experience.
It's definitely something worth noting.
For sure.
All right, so before we wrap things up, let's have some fun with our This Is Not Financial Advice segment.
Always a good time. Let's hear it.
Okay, so we talked a lot about how Pinterest is using AI and data to predict trends, right?
Yes.
What if they took that a step further and created their own investment fund based on those predictions?
Interesting. Go on.
Imagine a Pinterest Trends Fund
Okay.
that invests in companies poised to benefit from the trends identified in their annual Pinterest Predicts report.
Okay.
They've got a proven track record of accuracy, so why not put their money where their data is?
That's a bold move, but I can see the logic.
Right.
It would be a way to leverage their insights and potentially gain an edge in the market.
Yeah.
Plus, it would create a whole new revenue stream and solidify their position as a trend forecasting powerhouse.
Yeah. Exactly. It'll be a risky move for
Yeah.
sure, but the potential rewards could be enormous.
I'm intrigued. It's definitely an idea worth exploring.
All right, everyone. There you have it, our completely speculative, not at all financial advice investment idea of the day.
Uh-huh.
Remember, we're just having some fun here.
Yeah.
Don't take this as a recommendation to invest in anything.
Do your own research, folks. Investing is risky business.
Now back to reality. We've covered a lot of ground today in our deep dive into Pinterest performance.
We have.
It's safe to say they're a company to watch. They're definitely a force to be reckoned with. And as we've discussed today, they're not just a social media platform.
Right.
They're a window into consumer behavior and what
Mm.
makes people tick.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
They've managed to tap into something fundamental about human nature.
Mm-hmm.
The desire to imagine, to create, and to surround ourselves with things that spark joy.
Yeah, it's about more than just, finding recipes or decorating tips.
Right.
It's about expressing ourselves, connecting with others, and finding things that make us feel good.
And what's remarkable is that Pinterest has figured out how to do all of that
Yeah.
while also building a successful business. It's a really powerful combination.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned earlier that their taste graph has an 80% accuracy rate
Yes.
in predicting emerging trends. That's a pretty mind-blowing statistic.
It is, and it raises a fascinating question.
Yeah,
If Pinterest can predict what people will want with that level of accuracy,
right.
what does that tell us about the future of advertising?
It's a really compelling thought. Imagine a world where advertising is less about interrupting and more about anticipating, less about pushing products and more about connecting people with things
Right.
they genuinely want and need.
It's a future where advertising becomes less of a nuisance and more of a service, a way to enhance the consumer experience rather than detract from it.
That's a future I can get behind.
Me too.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From record-breaking results to the power of AI and the importance of positivity, Pinterest is clearly a company that's charting its own course.
Yeah, they're proving that you can be successful while also being ethical, innovative, and inspiring.
So to our listeners, I encourage you to check out Pinterest for yourselves. Think about its implications not just as a platform,
Yeah.
but as this powerful tool for understanding consumer behavior
Yeah.
and maybe even a glimpse into the future of advertising.
Definitely keep an eye on Pinterest.
Yeah.
They're onto something special.
Thanks for joining us on Talk Tickers. Until next time, happy investing.